And in the ring right now, Brock Guffman and his charge, Pepper Parks.
You know, I've watched the WCW do some pretty devious things out here, but they forget that I can be a little devious in my own right. Now tonight, Pepper Parks is going to annihilate Kid Romeo, not because I asked him to, not because the HWA asked him to, not because the fans asked him to, but basically because Pepper Parks watched 2 hours every single Monday night of Nitro. You even skipped Ally McBeal, and I know, you loved Ally McBeal. I'll buy you the box set. And that's a lot of time. You take 3 years times 2 hours, carry the 5. That's a lot of retribution that WCW has coming for it. And you know what, WCW? I want to tell you right now that as you are lying on this mat and staring up at the A Squad and the rest of the HWA, you will never hear me utter the words, "I'm sorry, we gotta go, we're all out of time." Instead, we are going to stay with this action until the very end, until we have a clear-cut winner, and that clear-cut winner is none other than the HWA. And his opponent.
And headed for the ring now, his opponent, that dancing man, the ladies' man, Kid Romeo, representing WCW. And joining me here at Mike's side, the Raging Cajun, Lash LaRue.
Absolutely, Les Thatcher. You know you got to believe that this WCW invasion is in full swing. If you got the Raging Cajun Lash LaRue right here doing color with you, we must be thankful.
Coming to the ring, hailing from South Beach, Florida, representing WCW, Kid Romeo.
Kid Romeo against Pepper Parks. Romeo, one half of the now WCW World Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. The ones and the only, along with Eli Skipper, who we should be seeing on this program in the next week or so, coming off a knee surgery. But of course, Pepper Parks, Lash LaRue, the former HWA Cruiserweight Champion, a tough competitor in his own right.
That may be true, Les. I ain't taking anything away from this Pepper Parks. In fact, I hear he may even be, you know, one of the PWI's top 500 wrestlers of the year. But the truth is, Les, I mean, this guy, Kid Romeo, he's not only been in the ring with some of the top competitors in the world, but he's beat guys like Billy Kidman, some of the top cruiserweights. I mean, that's experience right there, Les Thatcher.
You know, Lash, I'm going to ask you to make us. You guys came in here, I think, thought this was going to be a cakewalk, this takeover, this invasion, but it hasn't been easy.
I'm not going to deny that, Les. I mean, no doubt it's been pretty difficult. You know, maybe we did underestimate these guys a little bit, but then again, the fact of the matter is, if the competition wasn't strong here in HWA, then we wouldn't have to be here in the first place to do something about it.
Well, there's a good observation. A 2 count for Pepper Parks as Kid Romeo kicks out.
I tell you, I can't take anything away from this Pepper Parks. I mean, that's proof right there. I mean, he almost beat Kid Romeo, but Kid Romeo, of course, persevering, being the former champion that he is.
Romeo, the former dancer out of South Beach section.
Oh, what a DDT. Yeah. Tornado DDT, Les Thatcher.
Exactly.
One of the many high-flying moves in his repertoire.
But one of the things I've got to say, when Romeo should be trying to pin guys, he's busy styling and profiling and dancing. I think he cost himself many times.
Hey, the guy's got to look good while he's out there, too. I mean, there's a lot of ladies here that came to see Kid Romeo dance. He's just giving them what they want. But you are making a good point, Les. He better watch his Pepper Parks, because I've had run-ins with this guy in the past, and I know that when you least expect it, he can take you out.
I know he closed an eye for you a few weeks back, did he?
Hey, I don't want to talk about that, okay? Let's move on.
There's the dancing man we're talking about, where he should be trying to pin his opponent.
Well, it could be worse. He could be cheering.
All right, Parks kicks out on 2.
I will say Pepper Parks has by far the best pigtails in HWA.
Well, if we're talking about hairstyles, Kwee-Wee is one of the great hairstyles of all time. So if it's a battle of hairstyles, I think WCW has won it, hands down.
You know what? We'd be willing to take him in a hair versus hair match anytime.
Parks with the elbow, stops Romeo.
Oh, what a move. I have not seen that done before, Les Thatcher.
That's one of
A
Pepper's,
neck breaker off the top rope. Oh, and his foot's on the rope, ref.
Romeo gets the leg over the rope. Pepper gets the 2 count.
That's just experience and ring awareness right there, Les Thatcher. I told you. That's from being in the ring against seasoned veterans. Oh, and a bulldog.
Yes, out of that wheelbarrow move by Pepper.
He really does need to make the pin here, though, man. He don't need to take this guy lightly.
Oh, he's not even holding that left shoulder down in this situation. And, you know, those vanity pins don't win you titles, Lash.
Well, if he'd have hooked the leg right there, Les Thatcher, he'd have had him beat. There's no doubt about it. He's got this Pepper Parks beat. He can pin him at any given time.
Well, I don't know about at any given time. Parks has kicked out 2 or 3 times in this match. Romeo not having an easy day at the office.
I got to tell you, this guy must be tough. Everything Romeo's doing to him, he's getting up from it.
Romeo topside, goes
Oh,
for the
he
frog
goes-
splash.
Missing
Parks
that frog
moves
splash.
away.
Oh, and the momentum's changing just slightly here,
Yes.
Les. He does not need to let Pepper Parks take advantage of this.
Going for that Hurricane Rana. Parks caught him. Anticipated the move and power bombed him.
You know, 2 cruiserweights like this, the pace gets so fast and furious in there, anybody could counter anyone else at any given
You're
time.
absolutely right. It's a tough one to call. Arm whip now by Pepper Parks. Sends Romeo into the ropes. Up for the sky high.
Kid Romeo's got to do something to stop this fire from Pepper Parks.
Parks with a super kick gets a 2
Oh, he
and
kicks
2.5.
See, that's Pepper Parks just having a lack of experience and not hooking the leg there when he should have.
Romeo sidesteps. He puts Parks head first into that middle turnbuckle.
Oh,
Parks drops him on the top turnbuckle, setting him up. What's he going for? Looks like he's going for the big superplex here. No, Hurricane Rana.
whoa, and
Romeo
great
throws
cutoff
at the
move
eyes.
right there.
What's he got?
Oh,
man.
what a move that is. Les Thatcher, I told you, look at this.
3 count.
What a great athlete Kid Romeo
What
is.
a great match. Kid Romeo comes up the victor.
And
over Pepper
represent-
Parks. Lassereau, and I'll be back to call the big main event. 6-man tag team action right after this.
Absolutely.